you started?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. Welcome to Lunch Break, everybody. I'm Meredith, and I'm here with Pastor
Hey,
Jay.
Meredith. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Yeah. Hey, Jay.
Yeah. Are you okay? Is it like?
You will have to ask your 5-year-old what this means. So, okay, I have a story.
Okay.
So I was sitting across from Elizabeth, and she said, "Hey, Miss Mayor, do you know what this means?"
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's yes, right?
And
Like
I
it's
said,
like yeah.
"Yes."
I agree.
And she said, "What does it mean?" And I said, "Oh, yes, it means yes." And she goes, "No, it means sup."
As in like what's up?
Sup,
Like,
yeah.
okay,
Sup.
okay. Like I'm.
So
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, so you mean like this, sup?" And she goes, "No, don't say the word. Just do your head."
Just, okay.
So now every time I see her,
Do you
I'll
do that
be
every time?
doing
Be
it, yeah.
like, hey, Elizabeth.
But I did ask her later where she learned it. You want to guess where she learned it?
That's got to be Caleb.
Correct.
I was gonna say that's got to be that's
Correct.
that's a totally a 10-year-old boy thing right
Oh,
there.
yes,
Oh man. Oh, so
absolutely.
okay. So I'm gonna have to do that when I go home from work today. I'll just be
Yes.
like, Elizabeth,
That's right. So
but I can't. You can't go sup.
You
Like,
can't say the word she told. That's what she told me.
Okay. So that's
And
what all the kids are
she-
doing these days,
I guess
right?
so.
Okay.
Or at least the 10-year-olds.
At least.
But what I've heard from my kids is that once something like that trickles down to the younger kids, it's not cool anymore.
It's not cool. And so none of the like Jackson and Nat,
No.
they're never going to do that now.
Not anymore. They
Yeah.
used to. So
They probably
it's already,
used- yeah.
Yes, it's already trickled down.
So it started like in college, probably.
Probably.
And then it trickled to high school, middle school, then down
right.
to now it's 5-year-olds.
And 10
so
and
you,
5-year-olds
So you
too.
have to do the exact opposite now.
Yeah.
So do you
Yeah.
like, hey, can you wave? Can you do it like
That's
that?
kinda scary.
I
I
know,
don't
well,
know
I'm just
what
like,
that
hey,
is.
over
I
here.
don't
Like,
know.
you know,
But I will tell
maybe?
you this: so there's some middle schooler. I have a middle schooler, and they're doing this 6-7 thing now.
What is that? I've heard that. Because
Okay.
Caleb said it, Hannah said it. What?
So I think that it was an announcer, right? Nick's okay.
Nick-
Nick's
Nick
laughing
knows.
back
Like,
there
so
because
the-
he's
the resident young
college,
guy, like,
so
he-
he
yeah, he's in
knows. But
college. He should
anyway,
know.
I think it's a reference to a basketball player and his height and the way that an announcer said it.
He's
But then it was
6'7",
But then
like,
it was
you know.
used in a rap song. I think that's not appropriate. But
okay.
the little like soundbite of the
announcer going 6'7".
Yeah,
kind of
something
thing,
like that.
Something like that.
I think that's right. So my middle schooler does it, and so
I don't understand modern slang
right.
because none of it actually makes any sense. Like,
But it didn't when we were younger.
but
either.
I think it did. So I think I think it made more sense because you'd say something, oh, that's awesome, or that's rad, dude. Like it's radical.
totally
it's a short.
tubular. That doesn't really.
Okay,
make
well that's
sense.
true. That's fair. What else did we used to say?
I don't know.
I don't even remember some of the things, but some of the stuff like it really and truly is
Like skibbity, whatever.
yes,
I don't know.
completely made up. Like
Yeah.
I don't even
what
understand.
a friend of mine said is that she is a teacher or coach, and she said we all have started doing it now to like take the coolness factor away from it,
yeah,
so they'll
'cause,
quit saying it.
100%.
Like, that is brilliant.
That is because if I say those things, then my kids
Right.
they refuse to use those words ever
Bet.
again in my house, and they drive me bananas. Like it does. It really drives me crazy because I just like I don't like not understanding things.
Right.
And when there's but skibbity is now in the Oxford Dictionary.
Nuh-uh.
Oh yeah, that's been added, and Riz
Bless.
is also in the Oxford Dictionary.
Bless. And
Yeah,
Riz, I get it's charisma.
right.
Like I get that.
Yeah,
but skibbity, I don't know where that.
I don't
came
know.
from. I don't
But
have
yeah,
any
both of
idea,
those are
but-
now in the Oxford Standard
So
Dictionary.
next time your kids
makes
tell
me
you
sad.
something that you agree with, you say bet.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah,
Bet.
yeah. And they're like, Dad, stop it.
No cap.
It's gross, Dad. You can't do that.
Love it.
And so I'm like, okay,
Christian
well now.
loves to do that,
I know Christian. He's taught me some.
Oh, gosh,
Christian
wow.
actually knows a lot more of that kind of stuff
He
than
works
I do.
with some younger,
yeah.
like just
so
out
he's
of
taught me all
college.
kinds of cool stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, I'm sure it's cool. I'm sure y'all are so cool. They're so cool. So anyway,
Poor Nick's over there. He's like, oh my gosh.
Anyway,
You guys are so old. Stop it. Oh man.
Because you had brought up 6'7", and that's a running joke in my family. My nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gotten to the point where I'll say it to them.
Yeah.
And my parents will say it to me.
Yes,
Say it back
to
them.
take the coolness away. Yes,
And it takes all the coolness away. I love it.
that. Yes.
So-
I also can relate to you guys because there's
Yeah.
some slang that I don't even know.
Yeah.
It throws me off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What does this
You're
even
getting
come
at that
from?
age, Nick.
Yeah.
You're getting older and
I see,
older, and that's
I
what
say
happens.
You're no longer in high school, man.
don't
You're in your
understand
20s
the
now.
slang
Like
anymore.
I say, the ship has sailed. So,
It has.
yeah.
Their terms will pop up. I'm like, I have absolutely
No idea.
what that is.
No, and that's you're probably better for it.
I
So
was
it's
gonna
okay.
say it's
okay.
I don't think we're smarter as a culture.
No,
With
no. And I want to talk about us as a culture in a few minutes, but first, I want to highlight some stuff going on here at Northwest
Okay,
Please.
cool. Yeah, because yeah.
So this Sunday, you are beginning a new sermon series called
Yes.
"Living for Eternity."
Eternity.
Correct.
Correct. We're going to
All
be
right.
doing a walk through the book of First Thessalonians.
Okay.
Which is it's a fantastic book. I mean, it's the Bible, so they're all fantastic, right?
Correct.
But some I think are probably a little more fantastic than others. Like Numbers is a hard one to
Yeah,
try to do. I worked at a church. They did almost 2 years on Leviticus.
Ooh. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
And the preacher loved it, and everybody else was dying.
Yeah.
like just dying.
sure.
So some things are more. But anyway, First Thessalonians is this book. It's a letter that Paul wrote to the church in Thessalonica, and it's all about living for eternity. What are we living for? What's our focus in life?
Right.
Like, how are we living? And how does that inform our day to day? Like, as it relates to, our relationships with other people,
Right.
the hope we have, the way we work, how we do things at work. Are we working for us? Or are we working for eternity? Are we, all of that stuff. And so it's super practical in a lot of those ways, but it's also,
Great.
it's just this really cool book.
Good.
And
I'm excited.
the church in Thessalonica was a new church. They
Right.
were like a baby church. Paul had only been there, maybe as short as 3 weeks before he got run out of town. Some people think it was maybe a longer couple of months, but there was that.
Either way, it was a shorter time.
Either way, it was a short period of time. It wasn't like he was, I was a church planter there for 10 years
Right.
and I built all these systems and structures and this, that, and the other. He went in, brought some people to Jesus, and then he's like, okay, good luck.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of their story of, okay, how did they live then? What did they need clarification on? What were some areas where, hey, you guys are doing great here, but in this one, like, we need to look at this issue in your walk, or there's, a lot in there about the second coming of Jesus and death and those questions. 'Cause, most of the New Testament books are what we call occasional documents. They're written for a certain
Specific
occasion.
occasion.
Yeah. They're letters. So the prevailing theory is that the church in Thessalonica, they're asking these questions, and this is Paul's response. They're going, hey, okay, when people die, then what?
Yeah, which is questions we all, as humans have.
Correct. And so you get to see this little window into the hearts and the minds of these early Christians, this early church. And it's really, really cool. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited
So
too.
yeah, and it'd be just again, little walkthrough. This first week is we're gonna cover the whole first chapter.
Okay.
And then the week after that, we're gonna go back and look at one specific section of that first chapter,
yeah.
and then we'll kind of
Yeah,
do.
you like to do that.
That's my jam.
It is.
That is my
that's
jam.
Your format
It
usually.
is. It is. I think.
Which is consistent. We
Yeah.
know what we
Yeah.
can, we can count on you for that. So.
Well, and I didn't always preach that way. Like I used to preach different, but I was really convicted about that whole idea of, okay, what am I preaching on and how am I preaching and what's that stuff about 7 years ago. And, a guy I was talking to, he challenged me about, he used the analogy of diet. And he said, what is it you're feeding people? Are you feeding them the word? Are you giving them that diet, that heavy dose of scripture, the meat, not milk, right? Or are you just giving them your opinions laced with some scripture, and he's like, you can go to, a buffet and get a ton of fried food and you're full, but you're not healthy. You've eaten, but it's not quality. Or you can get a really well-balanced meal with high quality steak and broccoli and good vegetables. And you're also full, but it's healthy and sustaining for life.
Yeah.
And so I was like, ooh, okay. All right. So now we started to pivot.
And
it took a while.
it kind of piggybacking on that analogy, one time I heard somebody say, they were upset that they couldn't remember past sermons. What did I learn about? What did so and so preach about a year ago? And the analogy I heard was, we don't remember what you ate a year ago, but it fed you in some way or
Yeah.
or the other.
Yeah.
And so
It sustained you. Yeah. Yeah. For
right,
sure.
in some way. So it's okay that you don't remember the details because it still fed you in that moment.
Yeah.
But
You got
what
food.
are you feeding your congregation?
And that honestly, I think that's a huge philosophical question
Mm-hmm.
all over the place right now is, okay, what are those sermon topics and how do you structure those things? And, and I'm just so convinced that kind of doing it the way we've been doing it, where we take either a book or just a
Yes.
section and we just go bit by bit.
Absolutely.
What they call expository preaching. I think it's the healthier diet.
Right. Yeah.
And we mix it up from time to time,
Sure.
and we do some
Oh,
other
yeah.
things. And,
Yeah.
and we brought in Sergio, and he did something
did,
kind of
yep.
did like, hey, here's this thing. I
Yep.
want to talk about this, and he did so
Absolutely.
good. And,
Absolutely.
so it's not like we're
Right.
all like, it's not a running commentary. That's what I tell
Right.
people. Is we're not doing a running commentary. I know churches that do that, like that guy who did 24 months on Leviticus.
Yes. No. No.
It-
no,
yeah.
thank you.
Oh man, it was tough. But it's
Yeah.
kind of adjacent to that, I guess.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Like it. And it's okay to mix it up sometimes,
It
but
is.
now we kind of hear what your basic philosophy
Yeah.
is for
Yeah.
how you preach. So, okay.
So-
And then this Sunday, we also have a new class starting
Yes.
called Casket Empty at 9:30.
It's going to be great.
Yeah,
It's a really
during the
great
9:30
class.
time.
Joshua Williams is going to teach it.
Yes.
And it's all about, okay, how does the Bible fit together?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of people, they look at the Bible as like an answer book or an encyclopedia.
Right.
I guess is a better way to
Right.
think of it. Is like, okay, well, I've got a question. All right, let me find that chapter and
Right.
verse, and I'll read that portion. Okay, now I got my answer. Like those old, like Wikipedia, or
Right.
remember the old encyclopedias used
Yes.
the Funk and Wagnalls encyclopedia. Remember
Oh,
that?
not that
Encyclopedia
one, but-
Britannica. Did you have Britannica?
No, we had World Book encyclopedias
Oh,
at our
nice.
house. My parents still have them, and I've told my mama I want them.
You want that? Yeah. We had
do.
Funk and Wagnalls, which
I've never
oh,
heard
man.
of that.
We bought them
ever.
at Publix.
Okay.
Actually, every week you
Publix.
could buy a different letter of the alphabet of the
Okay.
encyclopedia at Publix.
Interesting.
Yeah, I remember they were on an end cap, and you would go and you would pick out a different. My mom would buy a different.
Yeah.
Probably not every week, but at least every month she'd buy a new, like, okay, we bought the letter F, and then
Okay.
I would read.
Read the letter F.
Yeah, it's
Read
really
the letter.
it's really
Oh,
sad,
Okay.
like
okay.
really depressing actually. But
That's probably where some of your wealth of knowledge comes from, though, Jay.
I guess
Because we remember stuff so much easier that we learned
That's
when we
true.
were younger.
It's fair. That's very true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, a lot of people look at the Bible as like an encyclopedia, and you go, okay, well, I have an anger problem, so let me find the section
All
in
the
the
verses,
Bible.
or let's look up all the verses on anger. Go to the back.
Yep.
Look and see all the verses that are listed under anger.
Yep.
Check those out. See what it has to say.
And that's not necessarily wrong to
Right,
do in and of
right.
itself. But if that's all you see the Bible as, is just this encyclopedia,
Right.
well, then why am I going to read it?
Right.
I'll go to it when I need it, just like you do. Okay, if I'm looking for something, I'll go to Wikipedia,
Yeah.
or now ChatGPT and ask, hey, Chat, what do you think about
Right.
whatever?
But you don't look for the very first page of Wikipedia and
No.
just start reading whatever
No,
random stuff.
and you
it
don't read
pulls
it
up.
for fun or for
Funsies.
like, hey, I just want to hear what the author thinks on this, because it's just an answer book. And
Mm-hmm. Right.
so Casket Empty is all about saying, hey, okay, well, what's the storyline of Scripture? What's the through line there?
Right.
Because it's a story, and it's and it matters. And
Mm-hmm.
once you can kind of shift that perspective a little bit and see that, hey, this all interconnects. It's not just
Right.
random. It's not encyclopedia entries based on alphabet or
Right.
topic or whatever. It really changes the way you engage with Scripture.
Or it's not just a history book.
Correct.
It's the
Right.
way
There's
things are.
a philosophy to it. There's a
Yeah.
theme there, and so it's good.
Yay,
Curriculum's
yeah.
really good. So
So 9:30, room 139.
yep.
During that service, Joshua Williams is going to be fantastic.
It's gonna be
Go
fabulous.
to the app and look under upcoming events. You can get more information.
Yeah,
And
'cause
we are asking people to register just so we know how many books to have.
Yeah.
And there is a cap also, because we don't want it to get to. We want it to be a discussion and
Yeah.
people to be able to discuss. So there
cool.
is a cap. And if you miss it this time around, we'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again.
But
Yeah, and the
So-
casket is an acronym. So CASKET.
Yes.
They each stand
I
for
don't
different-
remember. I know creation.
Creation is the C.
Yeah, I knew that one.
So that's all the one. I think it's creation,
Abraham. S.
slavery,
Oh.
kingdom, exile, and whatever the T is. I don't
I have
remember.
no idea.
Yeah, so
Okay. But you'll have to go to the class to
you
learn.
have to go to class. I figured it out.
So
in the
there you
class,
go.
So that'd be good.
There you go. So that's
Yeah.
good. And then I also wanted to highlight that next week on Tuesday and Wednesday here at church from 6 to 8, we are going to have auditions for our Christmas production.
Oh,
so
yeah.
excited about that. The Elevator by James Murray. It's going to be great.
He wrote this.
He
He
did.
and a small team of people from Northwest
did.
wrote this play.
He did.
And so this will be obviously the first time it's ever been
Correct.
presented anywhere. Like
Correct.
and it's really good actually.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
read the script.
Uh-huh.
It's really it's funny.
Yep.
It's poignant.
Yep.
They did a really good
Yeah,
job.
the set's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. You don't have to be able to sing anything. You don't have to prepare anything. Just show up
Yeah.
and
It's
read the script.
it's gonna be good.
So Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday
of
and
next
Wednesday
week.
of next week.
Don't have to
Okay.
sign up. Just show up.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
those are the things that I wanted to highlight today. Now,
awesome.
you had something you wanted to share.
I did. So
or
I,
talk about.
I wanted to
with
kind of
culture or
hijack a little
whatever.
bit. So I'm just curious, and I want to try to, I don't know, I guess branch out a little bit in some of what we talk about, and also get y'all to engage a little bit more, hopefully, maybe, because I'm just curious. So I'm doing this doctoral thesis, right? So I'm working on a doctorate, and Gordon Conwell. I'm doing this doctoral thesis.
Dr.
and
J in the house.
That's-
Sorry, I
gonna-
couldn't resist.
I know it's
couldn't
going to be my new
resist.
thing. It's going to be once I get there, once I cross
Sorry,
that
y'all.
line.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to say that a lot. I just know
Okay,
it until
sorry. I
until I
derailed
wear
you.
it out. It's
Keep-
fine.
keep going, keep going.
But anyway, so
I couldn't
I'm
help it.
working on this, and the working title of my thesis is "Where Have All the Pastors Gone?" Because I want to know why it seems there are so many people that get into ministry. They feel called by God to go into ministry. They serve for a season and then they get out and then they go do other things. And I know a lot of people in that category. We have people in our church
Yeah.
that I've already interviewed that fall into that category. Like, and it's like, okay, what is it? What are the variables? What are the factors? So anyway, so that's what I've been working on.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I have to tell you that as soon as you said that, it made me think of the VeggieTales song, Where Have All the Staplers Gone?
Where have all the staplers gone?
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Where have all the staplers gone?
I don't know
What
that one.
happened to my paper clips? Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Wow, that was
Continue.
really good. Like
VeggieTales!
I'm gonna have to find that clip
are.
now. I don't know that one. So
I'll
like,
send it to you.
I know a lot of the VeggieTales. The Pirates Who Don't Do Anything is a favorite.
I'll send it to
So,
you.
yeah,
I'll
'cause it's
also link
pirates,
it in
but-
the comments
okay.
here.
Okay,
But
put that in the comment. Yeah, because I'm
the
curious.
description,
now.
in the
Where have
description.
all the staplers gone?
I'm pretty sure staplers. All right, sorry.
So anyway, so I'm doing all this
I'm
research
tired,
and
so
I'm reading all
like-
these articles and these books and I'm doing interviews and all this kind of stuff. And I was reading this article just today, and it got me thinking. And I'm just curious as to what your thoughts are
Okay.
and maybe what others think as well. I'd love their feedback. And he was talking about he was in ministry for a season and then now he's out. And the article was 5 things I've learned since getting out of ministry. And one of the things he talked about a lot was tiredness. And tiredness.
Speaking
and
my language today.
well, and so
tired.
and so one of the things that kind of he highlighted was that, a lot of pastors are tired, but then he pivoted and he said, you know what? But I realized everybody's tired. Like it's not just in one particular career field or one particular type of person or one particular state or city or country or whatever.
Age group or
Age
whatever.
group. Yeah. It's not like, it just seems like there's this universal feeling now that he thought was different than it used to be, at least in this article, that he's tired. And I think I feel that. I know we've talked about, you
Yes.
feel that. Like,
Yeah.
why is everybody so tired? Why are you so tired? Like, because we've been talking about trunk or treat, and we're gonna do this trunk or treat thing,
Yay.
and it's
In
gonna be really,
October.
it's gonna be super fun. But at the same time, it's that like, oh man, one more thing. Okay, we can do this. That's right. Let's
Right.
dig in. We can do this. We'll get some people, and they'll be excited, but then they'll be tired, and then I need to take the Sunday off because I'm tired. Like it's like this, baseline exhaustion.
Right.
And I'm just I feel it. Everybody I talk to feels it.
Right.
Why? What is it? Is it culture? Is it us as people? Is it social media? Is it church is too busy? Is it like schools are too busy? Is it travel ball? Is it, I mean, I think we could pick a bunch of. I'm just curious. Like, what do you like? I'd love your thoughts. And anybody else, put it in the comments, or like if you want to shoot me emails or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm just
So I wish that I knew, because if I knew, I think I could solve it.
yeah.
I really
But doesn't it
would
feel-
think, but yes, I agree with you 100%. I agree.
I don't think my parents experienced it in the same way
Right.
that I do.
No, I agree. Yes.
Because I could say, oh, it's because I got kids and they're bit, but there were 3 kids in my family. We were busy too.
Yeah.
I don't
And your
think
parents worked, and
Yeah,
you know, it wasn't
and-
like
I don't remember everybody saying I'm so tired. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if it is the expectations that we put on ourselves to do more and more and more.
Yeah.
I don't know if our phones keep us up later at night than they should.
Ooh, that's a good one. I hadn't thought about.
Sometimes that I know is the reason for me being tired is I stay up too late. Even if it's something good, even if I'm
Reels.
watching something.
Yeah, you're flipping through reels, or you're
Or just
watching a
watching,
movie,
because it's
or
everything's so accessible. Like I know we used to turn on the TV at night and we'd watch what
It'd
was
go to the test
there.
pattern.
But then
you ever-
if there,
did they have that when you were a kid?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Like a-
but you know, if there was nothing good on, then you just turned it
turned it
off.
You read a book and you went to bed. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's always on 24/7.
There's always something that you can
Well, you can
look
stream
at.
now. You didn't be.
That's what I'm
used to be able to
saying.
do that.
Yeah. It's always accessible.
You can
Any kind of
binge watch
entertainment
yeah.
is
That's a
accessible
thought. I
and
hadn't
keeps
thought
us
about
up
that.
later at night. I think that's some of it. But I know there's so much out there about sleep, and just, you know,
Yeah.
people aren't getting good sleep, or they aren't getting enough sleep, or they aren't. So I think that's some of it. I think that there are things that I want to say, I think sometimes there's expectations that live in our brain that cause mental fatigue that you just can't
Yeah.
get away from.
Sure.
And maybe it's not just expectations.
Yeah.
That's what the first thing that comes to mind when I think about it. But
Well, you can never turn it off. I remember talking to a guy about bullying for
Right.
kids, and it used to be when you and I were little.
right. Oh,
You
yeah.
get bullied at school, and I got picked on because I was short, and I was kind of goofy, and so I got picked on.
Doofy. I haven't heard that word in a while. That's a good word. I
So,
like it.
but like, I get off the bus,
Sure.
and then the bullying stopped,
Right.
because I was home.
Right.
But now it follows the kids. Like they never stops.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it could be 10 o'clock at night, midnight. And hey, remember this? Ha ha ha.
Right.
Like, and so it never ends.
Yeah, we try not to let the kids have their phones in their rooms, because
Yeah, we
it
don't. We
just-
don't allow that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it just
But it's, you didn't have to think about that.
right.
30
no,
years
you didn't
ago.
have to. No, that's true. I think there's just other things that weigh on our minds that cause a mental fatigue that then result in a bodily fatigue as well.
Mental fatigue is so much more draining than physical fatigue.
Uh-huh.
You
Can
can
be, yeah.
work and be physically exhausted, eat some food, get a good night's sleep, and you're good the next day. You may be sore,
Right.
but you're basically like you recover. Your muscles recover. Mental fatigue is different. It drains you
Right.
in a different kind of way.
Right. And I think that's what we're tired from, is a mental fatigue.
Mental fatigue. And I guess here's so I'm curious for everybody who's watching. Like, I would love some thoughts. I'd
Yeah,
love.
please comment. Let us
Yeah,
know what
throw
you
that
think.
in the comment
What's your
section.
opinion on this?
What's your opinion? Why do you think this
Right.
is?
What have you experienced?
Yeah. Do you feel it, or maybe you're older and you're like, oh no, it was that way back when I was a kid
Right.
too. It's just
They
the
don't know what
human
they're talking
condition.
about.
Right? Yeah.
Just tell us then. We
But
don't
I
know.
think my overriding deeper concern is, I see it in the church,
Mm-hmm.
and I see it in people's engagement level and their involvement in church and their willingness to even go to a class like Joshua's,
Mm-hmm.
or read their Bible, or
Right.
get up 10 minutes earlier to spend a little time in prayer.
Right.
You know, we talked about in Psalm 143, let me hear in the morning of your steadfast love.
Right.
Is that psalm. Man, I'm so tired. 10 minutes seems like too big
Right.
of a sacrifice.
Right.
Because, and it's, so I think there's this long game when it comes to that level of exhaustion that really begins to impact us spiritually.
Right.
And that's the area that matters most,
Sure.
more than anything else. Like, you know, It's like the meal analogy you use. Like you don't remember those individual meals, but you know you were fed. If we're so busy and so tired, we're going to get to a point where we're not going to remember those activities. We're just going to remember that we're not where we want to be spiritually.
Right.
And we're not going to know why. And maybe even fall off that spiritual cliff, so to speak. Like,
Right.
for what? So that they could get to that one extra practice? But is it really the practice?
Right.
And that's the
I don't think so. I really think it's
that
mental
mental.
fatigue.
I'm interested. So
All
I'm
the
curious.
things that we carry for whatever reason. And that would be the question too, is what are you carrying mentally that just
And do you need to
exhausts
carry
you?
it?
Correct. Well, and the tiredness keeps us from investing in community when sometimes
Oh, yeah.
community is what can help us carry the mental load.
For sure. Oh, all the time. Like
So then,
somebody calls and it's like, oh man, I want to answer, or I want to go there,
Sure.
or I want to, but I'm just so tired right now. I'll do it next week.
right.
I'll call you back. And yeah, you're right. Like, cause that's the real world struggle. I think that creeps in. Interesting.
Yeah. So let us know what you think.
I'm very curious. I was kind of like
Ooh, I
down.
know,
I know. Yeah, but I'm just like, it was just one of those things. As I was getting ready to step into the studio, been reading all this stuff and doing all these conversations and interviews
Yeah.
and stuff, and I'm like, man, this is real. This is like a real deal, and I'm just curious. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love to know. I'd love to know what you think.
Yes,
Yeah,
please
so
let us know. We have 60, 70 watchers at least,
on the regular. Yeah,
viewers, not
Yeah.
watcher, viewers.
viewers on the regular. Yeah,
So let us know.
Yeah.
So that, and add to Jay's, his research
Yeah.
that you're doing.
I was like, because that may be like, because I've got this dissertation or thesis that I'm doing.
Oh my gosh, you're doing the head rub.
I know.
Miranda says
I've
that
got
you
this
do that
thing
when
where
you
I'm like,
stress out, that you rub your head like that.
I'm gonna have wrinkles from it. But anyway, like my
And he's
advisor
doing it
may
now.
say, no, you don't have anything worth digging into. After I've
Right.
done all this work, he may come back and go, nah,
Right.
what else you got?
Right.
And so maybe
Or he could say, something's here.
yeah, I would say, who knows? It's 50-50. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll know in October.
There you go. Something for us to chew on as we
I say,
leave today.
yeah.
So there you
Curious.
go. All right.
Cool.
Well, thanks for being here with me
Yeah,
today.
thanks, Meredith. Thanks for letting
Yeah.
me hijack the show a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
And dig into something else.
No problem. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
All right.